evening
sack
news
up
guys.
for crying out loud.
I
It's
know.
8:24.
What time did you go to bed last night? Because you're on until 11, right? Midnight?
I'll take the fifth on that.
A little pre-recorded shot with Matt Simon.
We actually had Matt come in today because there's something going on that you guys are doing over at Channel 11. And actually, Woody and I, for various reasons, felt like it was important to get the word out. And you guys are starting a series, not only on Channel 11, but going around town and alerting people to the issues and the ways to prevent testicular cancer. Am I correct on that?
No, I don't even think it's limited to that. It's just cancer in general.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I read Lance Armstrong's article a few weeks back, and he says 1/3 of cases can be prevented if we just know more about it. And so it's just getting the word out to the city. Hey, here's the warning signs for this sort of cancer, and here's what you can do to prevent it.
It's and one of the things that Matt is doing, besides doing the pieces on the TV news, is going out to various schools here in Anchorage and talking to kids, right?
Yeah,
Now, is that going to be about cancer in general or specifically?
That's specifically testicular cancer, and I'm just going to talk about my experience with it. The family I met a few years ago and how not to end up like their son.
Mm-hmm. And tell a little bit about that story, by the way.
Jason Struble was this, just like any guy we went to high school with, just a quiet guy. He played on the basketball team, and he was just embarrassed. I mean, and that's a big fact of this. This is why guys don't know about this. We know about Lance Armstrong, but we don't know, hey, we need to do a monthly self-check, and if we're not doing that, we could end up like Jason. We could end up dead. So it's 2 years after he found out it was too late, and he died. They just couldn't do anything for him, and that's the reality of testicular cancer is unless you're actively looking for it, you don't really know you have it until it's really too late to do too much about it.
By the time it gets painful,
right,
you're done.
And
that's sad.
No, it is, and it's like Matt said, it's one of those things that especially it strikes young people a lot.
Right, it's the number one cancer killer of 15 to 35-year-olds, and so we don't talk about that. Most dads don't even know to tell their sons that.
Nah, that's an amazing stat. The number one
cancer
killer between 15 and 35.
So Jason's wish to his mom, basically on his deathbed, was go to every school, and he's from St. Louis, and tell the kids about this. Don't let them end up like me. So they put out a video, and that video is going to be shown to the kids of the school district.
It's got to be pretty tough, though. Somebody like you going to talk to 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. Well, you got your first talk coming up Friday, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
What's the age group you're talking to?
They're about 13, 14. That's what.
I can't imagine a tougher topic to talk about. Cancer, number one, and then you're talking about a specific area, like we were talking about, or a region, some people like to call it. You're talking testicular cancer to 13-year-old guys.
And I've got to say, I can't be embarrassed about this either. We've just got to get over that. And basically say, kids, check yourself because you don't want to die.
Because as a 35-year-old man, when I hear you say the word testicle, I laugh. I giggle inside.
Absolutely. We all do.
And when you say, give yourself a self-check, my mind races for the next joke that I can, because that's, I guess, my embarrassment.
You're childlike.
I'm immature.
Yes.
And I think it's because I just need to get over the fact that, it's a region that needs to be checked.
Well, I mean, the scary thing about it, and you saw it with Lance Armstrong, is it spreads. Mm-hmm. And he almost died from it.
Right.
So he was a lucky case, but usually that's what happens. Usually you find out you have this, and there was a sportscaster in New York, I believe, back when I did this. He found out, and a month later he was dead. So it's just, I don't want that happening to any other guy. And, these girls are going to be wives and girlfriends one day, or sisters, so they can talk to their brothers about it. So it's just something we need to start talking about, so that way the word is out, becomes a lot less, sensitive, and we're just giving health education.
Woody and I have tried to do our part by mentioning testicles on the air every time possible. If us mentioning nuts on the air has done anybody any good, it is that we've maybe, made it not so frightening to talk about testicles in public. That's been our goal.
I don't think that was a goal.
No, it may not have been our goal, but it sounds
You're
good now
removing
that
the
I say
stigma
it. That's
from it,
right.
though, yeah.
Thank you, Matt. Removing the stigma from testicles.
And by the way, when you do remove a stigma from your testicles, be sure to pull directly out. You don't want the barb left in there from the
See,
stigma.
you guys can say that sort of stuff.
Well, were you down like on KGOT or something like that, and they can't say?
Well, Matt is a professional newsman from Channel 11. He's not supposed to, make testicular
I don't think my
jokes.
boss would like me.
No, exactly. So he'll allow us to say it. But
What's your boss's phone number? We'll call. we'll get him or her on the phone, and we'll get permission for you.
in seriousness, one of the things that Matt mentioned off the air, I think, I don't think you said it on the air yet, was that